The Giver. It was almost December, and Jonas was beginning to be frightened. No, wrong word. Jonas stopped. Frightened meant that deep, sinking feeling of something terrible about to happen. Frightened was the way he had felt a year ago when an unidentified aircraft had overflown the community twice. He had seen it both times. Squinting towards the sky, he had seen those split jet, almost a blur at its high speed go fast, and a second later heard the blast of sound that followed. Then one more time, a moment later, from the opposite direction, the same plane. At first, he had been only fascinated. He had never seen aircraft so close, for it was against the rules for pilot to fly over the community. Occasionally, when supplies were diver- delivered by cargo planes to the landing field across the river, the children rode their bicycle to the riverbank and watch it intrigued. The unloading, and then the takeoff direct to the west, always away from the community. But the aircraft a year ago had been different. It was not a squirt fat bellied cargo plane, but a needle-nosed single-pilot jet. Jonas, looking around anxiously, had seen others as well as children, stop what they were doing and wait confused for an explanation of the frightening event. And then all of the citizens had been ordered to go into the nearest building and stay there. Immediately, the rasping noise through rasping voice through the speakers had said, "Leave your bicycle where they were." Instantly, obvi- obviously, obediently, Jonas uh, dropped dropped his bicycle's side on the path behind his family, the wailing. He had run He had run indoors and stayed there alone. His parents were both at work, and his little sister Lily was at the, at the childcare center, and she spent her after-school hours. Looking through the front window, he had seen no people, the busy none of the busy afternoon crew of street cleaners, landscape workers, and food delivery people who usually populated the community at the time. At that time of the day, he saw only the abandoned bikes here and there on their side. An upturned wheel of one was still revolving slowly. He had been frightened then. The sense of his own community silent waiting had had made his stomach churn. He had trembled, but it had been nothing. Within minutes, the speaker had crackled again, and the voice was reassuring now and less urgent, had explained that the pilot in training had misread his navigational instructions and made a wrong turn. Desperately, the pilot had been trying to make his way back before his error was noticed. Needless to say, he will be released, the voice had said, followed by silence. There was an ironic tone to that final message, as if the speaker found it amusing, and Jonas had smiled a little, though he knew what a grim statement it had been for a contributing citizens to be released from the community was a final decision, a terrible punishment, an overwhelming statement of failure. Even though even though children were scolded if they used the term lightly at play during at a teammate who missed a catch or stum- stumbled stumbled in a race. Jonathan had done it once and had shouted at his best friend, "This is Asha. You're released." And Asha, scrambly arid, had lost a match for his team. He had been taken aside for a brief and serious talk by a teacher. Had hung his head with guilt and embarrassment, and apologized to Asher after the game. Now thinking about the feeling of fear as he paddled home along the river path, he remembered that moment of palpable, stomach sinking terror when the aircraft had streaked above. It was not that it was not what he was feeling now, with December approaching. He searched for the right word to describe his own feeling. Jonas was careful about language, not like his friend Esha, who talked too fast and mixed things up, scrambling words and phrases until they were barely recognizable and often very funny. Jonas grinned